All right, so thank you for joining me this morning. We've got about half an hour of Pilates together, and the focus of this class is backs. So we're doing some strength work for the back, certainly a lot of kind of mobilization, so kind of stretching and eking out the back, hopefully in just about every direction that it can go in. So hopefully by the end of this half an hour, our spines will feel lovely and loose and ready to go. So we're going to start on the mat or the carpet or wherever you are, and we're going to start in a 4-point kneeling position. So when you're ready, get yourself set up. So we're going to be kneeling on all 4 points. That's what it says on the tin. And we don't need to be too precise at this stage because we're going to be wiggling and wobbling about. And this is all about mobilization of the spine. Okay, so getting a little bit of movement and flexibility in the spine. So just spread your fingers, make sure you've got a good solid base. And let's start with the neck and the head in line. I like to think of my nose pointing straight down towards the mat. So we're not kind of looking up or looking down in my knees. That's kind of a good starting place for the head. From here, let's just get some arching going in the back. So let's just curve around. Whatever feels good for your back this morning. Dropping your pelvis down and your head down. And letting your spine curve like a rainbow between those 2 points. And then reversing it all the way through. So a bit like a cat-cow kind of thing. You'll be used to that from yoga practice, or you're used to that terminology. And then a cat-cow, or the rainbow, and a banana. So you're arching your back both ways. This is a nice moment here to scoop the abdominals up and get a little bit of abdominal activation as well. And then this is really nice to lengthen and open up. So you're sending your butt up and your head up. Good, a couple more like that. Whew, just a really good place to start when we're thinking about backs. We're nice and supported with our hands and our legs. And we're close to the ground. Just get a little bit of movement in. All right. Or when we feel nice and arched out both ways, bring it back to that neutral starting position. So right between those 2 extremes, nose is pointing back down. And we're going to move the other way. So we're arching still, but we're arching more on the kind of lateral or the horizontal plane. So you're going to move your ear as if you're trying to get it near your hip. So you kink those hips round, tilt your ear round, and then the other way. So you're arching still, but now you're bending side to side as opposed to up and down. So you can still visualize that kind of curve, kind of rainbow curve, but now it's just horizontal instead of vertical. Just a few more like this. Just steady your breath. Just getting a gentle bit of movement in. Let's just do 1 more each side. Always feels like you're doing like a little kind of wiggly disco dance there. All right, back to your neutral position. From here, we're going to take some threading the needle. Very classic kind of Pilates move here. So take some weight into one hand. Doesn't matter which one. I'm going to take some weight into my right hand. Get yourself nice and stable, which means the other hand is free to move. So you're going to keep it long, open it up to the side, and let it pull you into a nice side twist. From here, you're going to thread your needle through the gap underneath. Exhale, bend down so your ear and the back of your shoulder come towards the mat, and then back up. We're going to do 3 all on one side. So breathe in, fill the lungs, twist the spine. Exhale as you thread your needle through and come all the way down to the floor. Last one like that. So now we're twisting the spine. So like 2 minutes in, we've moved the spine in so many planes already. Nice deep twist there, and press up. You might have noticed it's a sneaky little bit of work for that arm as well. It's a bit like doing a 1-arm press up, but our focus here is on the back, so we won't think about that. Same on the other side. So just press your weight through the hand that's just been waving around, so you can free it up to the side. So now my right hand is lifting up to the side. Twist as far as you can, and then deep breath out as you twist, like you're wringing your lungs out here. Down as far as you can. Breathe in. Twist to the side. And exhale. Thread your needle through. 1 more like that. Breathe in. And out. Thread that needle through. And then bring it back to that starting position. Good. All right. Back's already feeling a little bit loosey-goosey. We're going to go lie down on our bellies first. So you can go ahead and just lie down on the belly. If you want to make it a little bit harder for your journey there, you can first come to a plank and then lower down through the arms nice and slowly. Just seeing if we're going there anyway, we might as well do a bit of work on the way, right? Whichever route you choose, we're going to end up here, lying on the belly, let the legs relax. And you're going to bring your hands into a diamond shape. Make a diamond with your fingers and place that on the mat just in front of you. Now, I'm not going to put my head straight down because otherwise you won't be able to hear me. But go ahead and put your head down on the mat, like this. You can even rest it in that diamond shape you just made. We're just going to do some really kind of gentle progressions of extending the upper back a little bit, okay? So let's just get set up. So your head is down on the mat. And before we get going, just have a little moment of awareness through the body. Which parts of the front of the body are making most contact with the floor? Is there kind of even distribution across the front of the chest and the ribs and the hip bones, the legs? Where in your body feels tight, where in your body feels loose? All right, let's get going. So first of all, you're gently drawing that abdominal wall in, so just gently feeling as though you're pulling your belly up away from the floor. You're going to lengthen the top of your head away from you and just start to lift it up. So start to peel away the top of your spine from the mat. Only go as far as you can before your arms move. You might even feel a little stretch through the shoulders here. So my elbows, my forearms are staying down. My shoulders are very much pulling down away from my ears. And then you want to feel this sensation of lengthening. So reaching forward, 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 forward as you bring your head back down. And again, so pull forward, peel the top of your spine up away from the mat. This time, hold it up and we'll just take a look over one shoulder, over the other shoulder, back to center, and then lengthen to lower back down. Either the same again, or if you want to, you can turn your forearms so that they're both parallel and facing forward. Same movement here, lengthen, feeling the top of the spine up. You might find you just get a little bit more extension, a little bit more lift here. And back down. Scooping that belly up. And again, feeling, lengthening, extending. This time hold it up. Take a look over one shoulder, back through center, over the other shoulder, back through center, and then lengthen to lower back down. Either the same again, or for our last round, we do the same feeling, extending. You can extend all the way until your arms come to straight. And then lower the elbows down and lower the top of the body down. One more like that. Lengthen. You're going to straight arms, go all the way to straight. You can even, if you want to, shimmy the hands a little bit closer. Keep those shoulders down. One look over each shoulder. Keep that belly scooping in. And then that sensation of lengthening as you peel the top of the spine back down. Okay, changing the arm position now. So we've kind of stretched out the extension of the upper back. We're going to do some strength work for the back now. So you're going to take your hands down next to your hips on the mat and your palms are facing up. Again, my head's hovering because I'm talking to you, but feel free to kind of send your nose down towards the floor. From here, when you breathe out, you're going to roll and squeeze your shoulder blades together so much that your hands lift and your palms turn to face each other just above your butt. As you do that, you're going to pull your upper back into one of those extensions that you just practiced. This is called the dart. Good. And then bring everything back down. There's a lot going on there. So you're rolling those shoulder blades back and together. And then feel as though your fingertips are pulling down towards your toes to pull your upper back up into an extension. And then lengthen to come back down, release the shoulder blades, let them drop down. Good. And again, shoulder blades pull back. Palms face each other, squeeze back and up, and come back down. Good. Either keep going like that, or you've got the option to add in to make it even more challenging. So you can come up into your dart position, you can hold it there, and you can circle the arms forward and back, optional squeeze, and then come down. You can just keep going with just that dart if that's feeling good enough for you. Or you can add in that arm sweep forward and back and down. Oh yeah, let's do one more. Squeeze it up, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Arm sweep if you're doing that, trying to maintain that height. And then making that down. Ooh. Oh, all right. Good, isn't it, that one? So take your hands underneath your shoulders now, and just use the strength in your arms to push you up and back into a rest position. So curving the spine the opposite way now. I say this every time, but wherever is comfortable for your knees, I like to go wide with the knees and let my chest fall through the middle, or whatever works for you. Just round your spine out that way, maybe even a river shoulder stretch. Good. And then rolling the spine up into this kneeling position. Ooh, okay, we are upright. Let's keep going. So we're going to go back into some nice kind of lateral movement for the spine. Okay, so we're just going to take a couple of mermaid. So here you want to be sat on one hip with your legs kind of swept around one side. And take some weight into this side hand to support you. Let's take a stretch over. Let's just keep it upright for now. Good. And then hand comes down onto the ankles, lift up and stretch over the other way. So it's a side bend. So you can see how your spine is curving around in this nice C shape. If you want to go further, you can go further down on this hand. So you can slide the hand away until the elbow comes down and then sweep the arm over. And then if you actively lift under the ribs here, you get that nice curve the other way. And that arm just exaggerates that curve. Good. And then press up. Good. Let's just do one more each way. One towards the ankles, one away from the ankles. Good. All right, we're just going to take a little something in the middle before we turn to do the mermaid on the other side. So we're going this way round. So you're just seated on your mat, feet planted very firmly in front of you, hands behind you. My fingertips are facing down towards my toes. Okay, we're doing kind of like a reverse planky situation here. So we're going back to this idea of strength for the back body, but also if you go ahead and lift your hips up high, you'll notice that it's also really nice kind of opening up the front of the chest there and taking the support into the back body. A couple more like that. Squeeze the bottom up. So you're making a nice, long, strong plank all the way along your torso and your back. Good. I'm going to take 3 more. Just take the weight off your wrist for a second. If you want to make it more challenging, you do the same again, but we have the legs out straight. So you're pressing through the heels and your palms here. So really working the back body here. So going back for some strength, opening up that chest. One more here. Beautiful. Calm down. Good. Release, relax, take the weight off the wrists. And then we'll go ahead and we'll do our mermaid on the other side. So set up as you're on one hip. And you've got your legs swept round to one side. And let's just start with a smaller mermaid. So just maybe a little bend in that elbow as you reach away. Press up and then over towards the ankles. We'll do 2 more. Either same again here with this little bend. If you want to take it further, slide the hand away until the elbow's down. And then remember this. Pull up under the ribs. Good. A little bit of pressing off of that hand to get it back over. Good. One more each way. So really kind of curving the spine laterally now, both ways. Good. And pressing back up. Good. We'll do those little kind of reverse planks the other way around. It's the same movement, but it gives us the chance to repeat. So plant those feet in nice and solid in front of you. Fingertips are facing your toes. Good. Again, have this feeling like rolling the shoulder blades back and together. And then when you're ready, deep breath out, squeeze the bottom up, create your plank position. Nice. And then bring it back down. 2 more like that. Good. So this time, because we're upside down essentially from where we started, your nose is going straight towards the ceiling. So this is like our 4-point kneeling position where we started. And our nose is pointing straight down towards the floor. Take the weight off the wrists. Because we just flipped it upside down. Same thing, same box shape, nose going straight to the ceiling. Either that same 3 again in that box position, or you're going to extend the legs and you're going to take some weight through the heels. Get those hands ready, roll the shoulders. Here we go, 3 more. X, squeeze up, control down. 2 more. Keep everything in line. Reverse plank. Last one. Squeeze that back body up, nice and long, nice and strong, nice and solid. Good. And then take the weight out of the wrists, out of the legs, give everything a shake, a rock and a roll. Nice. Okay. I hope you're all doing well. Let's go into another little section. We're going to start lying, but again, you can either just go ahead, lie down on your back. That's totally cool. We'll see you there. If you want to make the journey a little bit harder, just make it slower. Same as when we went down in that push-up position. We can just roll down a little bit slower. Like that. So start that scoop and that top. Keep the upper body relaxed. And we can just take our time on the journey. And that way, our abdominals are doing a little bit of work as we go down. Fine as well. We're going down anyway. And then release. And relax. Good. Now, before we do any kind of movement here, I'm just going to give us a moment to relax spine, not relax the spine, but relax the muscles around the spine to be more accurate whilst we're in this nice lying position. So go ahead and take your legs all the way out, so flat along the floor, and take your arms down on the floor as well next to you, nice and relaxed. Because truly, we don't spend enough time just lying down on our backs on a solid surface. If you've got time somewhere else in your day, I'd invite you to come back to this and just lie down and just gradually let your body release, let it relax into the floor in this position. So often, a lot of our kind of ailments and injuries and all that kind of stuff is not something being overdone or needs strengthening or anything like that. Sometimes it just is a case of releasing tension. So we stretch more and release tension more. I truly think it would solve most of our problems. Anyway, I've rambled on enough. Let's get moving. So from here, you're going to flex the feet. A little bit of work for the abdominals here, but it's really about the spine. That's our focus. You're going to start with the arms up. Take a breath in. As you exhale, reach those fingertips forward. We're going for a full roll up. But can you see how I'm curved? Really think about the spine there. Curve through the spine, roll up, and then lift up strong. From here, we're going into the spine curl. So just before we do the spine curl, what it isn't is a hamstring stretch forward like this. What it is a way to tuck the pelvis under, round the upper back, and send the mid back back. So you're trying to create a C curve as long as you can from both ends of the spine. So it's a bit of a kind of subtle one to feel. That's why I'm kind of talking about it. So you're going to lift up, you're going to reach your fingertips forward and your head, but your middle of the back. So you're curving the spine, and then lift up. Couple more like that. Exhale. Curve the spine, and then straighten or lengthen it back out. So it's going up and over, bottom tucks under, head tucks forward, and then lengthen. Good. From here, another roll down. So again, tucking that bottom under, getting that curve, and rolling the spine sequentially. Curve it all the way down. Good. Another set like that. Breathe in. Use your exhale to help give you that bit of momentum here. To get up. Good. Lengthen. Couple of spine curves. curve it forward, lengthen out. Curve it forward, lengthen out. One more. Curve it forward, lengthen out. Roll down, so get this curving feel. Scoop it, scoop it, scoop it, scoop it, curve the spine. Lay one vertebrae down on the mat at a time. One more little round of those, guys. Breathe in. Exhale. Curve. Reach. Get this moment of length here. Then exhale. Curve the spine. So the fingertips are reaching forward, but try not to be too much here. Like your shoulders are up. Maybe your ears. One more. And up. Good. And let's take another roll down. And down. Yeah. Take the arms over, take a nice full body stretch. Good. From here, bring the feet onto the mat. You might want to scooch them a little bit closer to your bottom. I feel like most mat classes I do involve spine curl. I just love them. They're great for everything. So we did these last time. We were doing legs, butts, kind of lower body strength. We're going to do them today, but with a very different focus. So when we kind of do those ones for glute strength, it's kind of like woo, straight up and down, get those muscles working. We're going to take it slower, simpler, and we're going to make it less about that. I mean, that's happening anyway, and more about this sequential curving and rolling of the spine. Okay, have your arms down next to you. I'm just going to pop mine up so you can maybe see a little bit better what's happening with my spine. So before we start, let's just take a couple of pelvic tilts. So as you exhale, you're going to tuck your bottom under, so you're pressing your lower back into the mat, and then breathe in, release to what we call kind of neutral, for your natural position. Exhale, tuck your butt under, press the lower back into the mat. Breathe in, release. One more like that. Let's go. Exhale. Pelvic tilt. So really kind of mobilizing and isolating that lower back here. From there, you're going to start with that and just keep that movement going. So exhale, tilt the pelvis, then start to squeeze the glutes, and then it's all about the spine. So take your attention to the spine. You're curving sequentially, rolling one bit of the back up at a time. Hold it up, and then reversing. Exhale. Rolling down. It's kind of easier to feel on the way down, I think. Keep that butt tucked under. Roll down one bit by bit by bit by bit by bit by bit. Releases. Good. One more like that. Start that pelvic tilt. And then peel the spine. Peel the back bit by bit up away from the mat. Take a breath in at the top and then exhale, reverse bit by bit by bit. Rolls back down. Good. And release. Good. Okay, nice. From here, just hug the knees into the chest. Just take a little rock side to side. And we're going to end with rolling like a ball because it's one, great for the back. It's like a little back massage, but two, best reason, it's just a bit silly. It's just a bit daft. It looks silly, it feels silly, and I think that's a good note to end on. So normally we go into it from seating, we balance and we test it out, and then we start rolling. But we're going to do it the other way around. We're going to start down. So we're going to hug the knees into the chest. You're going to lift your nose up so it's near your knees, and then you're just going to gently start rocking. Already feeling silly. And then gradually, see if you can keep your knees tucked in, but increase the size of your wobble until you're fully rolling like a ball. And if you get up to that full rolling like a ball stage, see if you can maintain that little balance at the top here, where the feet don't go down. Let's do another 10 seconds of rolling like a ball. Can you find that balance? Can you massage out every bit of your back on the way down and the way up? Last 5, 4, 3, 2, last little roll, end at the top. Good. Let the feet come down. Thanks. I don't know what went on there. I can't see you all, but I've got a good image in my head of everybody rolling around in the moves. All right, nice. Let's just finish with a little bit of breath and then find a little bit of movement for the spine. So arms wide. We'll go on the diagonal so you can see what's going on a little bit. Exhale, curve, hug a big beach ball or a tree. Inhale, open everything out. Open the heart, open the chest, look up, maybe smile, I don't know. Breathe out. Curve the spine. Breathe in. Open, lift, extend. One more like that, please. That's nice. Okay, all Pilates out for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope your backs feel kind of ooey gooey and nice and stretched and massaged after that. I'm going to, as ever, upload this onto the core website for any members to catch up on. Any questions, please ask away or please shoot me a message. And otherwise, have a very wonderful rest of your day and see you very soon.